0 concurrent viewers. Fuck. Okay. Hey Toonbay. Yes, I'm a nerd. Thank you so much. I am about to watch myself talk about Minecraft texture pack stuff. So yes, I am a nerd. Thanks, Toonbay. Right, I'm going to cringe at hearing my voice from 9 years ago. I don't know if I'm in the way of that. Hang on. Yes, look at that. 9 fucking years ago. 9 fucking years ago. Time to hear me squeak.
What's going on, guys? My name is Scalibur, and today I'm bringing you the review.
I didn't know how long I was going to last doing this, but I might just not be watching any of these at all, because my god. Is that how I sounded when I was 16? Is that really how I sounded when I was 16? That's fucked, man.
So, to start the video off here, I'm going to compare the 3 main stone types. You'll notice immediately that the diorite and oh my god, the diorite and the granite.
I didn't cut that out. I just left that in. I just like stumbled over. I mean, I always stumble over my words when I'm recording, right? I'll record a video and be like, and then obviously afterwards in post, I'll just cut it out, and I do it in a way that it's just like clean. And if you're really looking for it, if you know how this kind of process works, then you obviously know what's going on. But if you're not really paying attention, it just sounds fine. I just left it in. I just straight up left in me stumbling over my words.
That the diorite and oh my god, the
All right, let's just get on with it. Oh, the torch, the fucking torch. That was the official logo of SCDT, like the pack.png. You know, it was the torch. I was so happy with the torch. It was so bad. It didn't look good at all in hindsight. Oh my god. What the fuck is this? Oh, the hyper-realistic jukebox with with spinning disc texture to match as well. Oh my god. I mean, it's kind of neat, really. Like, the idea is that I think I even came back to this in the future and remade this system with something that looked a lot cleaner. This is obviously just stolen from someone, right? I'm not even going to pretend like it's not. Jukebox, is it on here? Yep, Jukebox is from Blocksmith. There you go. Beacon's just straight up a gradient. Great job. Fantastic job, me. And here's a stolen skybox. Shamelessly stolen. Did I actually credit it? No, I didn't. Hey, it's Stridey. Scalibur. Hello, Stroder. I couldn't think of anything on the spot. We're on video number 2 of 82, so we're going to be here a while. Mostly what I'm seeing so far is that everything I made in the past is shit. I like that, though. First good feature? I think so. Right, iron door with small peephole. I don't know what that... Yeah, we'll just put that. All right. That's so cursed. What is that? I'm sorry, guys, but I've had to mute the videos because I can't watch them without laughing.
Hello, buddy. It's kind of like a dull purple glow in a way.
I just see black.
And this is the end right now. I'm not sure.
I can't watch myself from this long ago. It's like 9 years ago. I was 16 when I released this video.
I genuinely don't know. Anyway, as you can already see,
look at the towers. They're like not in a circle. God, this is such an old version of Minecraft. Fucking hell. Anyway, yeah, so I was talking here about how the end crystals have like a gradiented texture to them. There is so little to actually take away from these videos. Oh yeah, look, the end crystal uses the same glass. Yo. Oh, the explosion particle effect that I stole from someone. I want to see that again. I like that. I like that explosion. That's really nice. I don't know how I'd go about making it myself, because I don't make animations very often, but... Oh, it does also kind of apply to the dragon, though, which looks kind of dumb. Spiders with different coloured eyes, even though the emissive layer is still red and they're flickering. Yep, looks good to me. I just straight up stole someone's font. How does this have 467 views? More people have watched this video than have watched me review the Minecraft movie meal. That stings, man. That really stings.
What's going on, guys? My name is Scalibur.
What's going on, guys? My name is Scalibur. Fucking nerd. Oh.
Hey there.
What is this? What is this? What is this world? My god.
And it is very simply just the usual netherite texture, but...
Is it just me, or can you tell that my voice is getting deeper? That's kind of sweet. Let's just do a quick comparison.
What's going on, guys? My name is Scalibur, and today I'm bringing... Hey there, you're here.
Yeah, my voice is definitely getting deeper. Let's see, this was 8 years ago, so I was 17. So, getting more depressed? Maybe?
You can see it's starting to go even darker. You see we've got this lovely, beautiful pinky
that is
orange
nice.
sky with the blue starfield coming through.
The fucking Death Star. I just straight up just put the Death Star in the sky, and it's fucking massive as well. Like, it's not subtle in the slightest. It's fucking huge. Oh my god. Okay, I want to see what this is about.
Skins now have sounds.
Is that background music? Is there background music in this video? Hang on.
Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of SCUR. This is the second ever update for SCUR, and as such, the version will be version 2.0. Now, a little bit backstory with the version naming system.
What the fuck? I have never done background music. What the fuck? Why did I just like randomly choose to do background music in this video? I didn't even credit it.
There. Last time we tried to make a version,
And it's so loud.
we removed some old things and added in some new ones as well. But yeah, anyway, you guys.
What the fuck, man? Why did I do that? Here we have renames of all the tools, specifically for a guy I knew at the time called the Lugia Veltal. Yeah, there he is. Do you even do anything anymore? 1 month ago? No. Okay. I didn't see the duration of the video. Wait, what? It's actually 6 minutes and 53 seconds long. How the fuck did you do that? What? Oh, it's still going! It's still going! Yeah, hang on. These aren't my fucking recommendations, obviously. Come on. Is there anything more? I want so badly for there to be more in this video, but I don't think there is. I think it's just, like, 6 minutes and 49 seconds of this. Come on. Is there going to be something at the end? I have hope. I have so much hope. Come on. Yeah, it was worth it. It was worth waiting. Fuck yeah. Lugia, what the fuck, man? You don't post for what, like, a year, and then it's just that? Am I in anything? Can I just search for me? Will I come up? No cannon of sand for Scalibur. Oh my god, we did a fucking case opening. I want to watch this shit.
Hey, what is up, guys? I'm back today with another person that is, if you're thinking it's Pyro, well, you're stupid.
Very
stupid. It's Scalibur.
Very stupid.
Very stupid.
Very stupid. Extremely stupid indeed, sire.
All right.
Your look for this episode is just
Do I open? I do. Look at it. So it switches to me at some point.
with it. So yeah, today I have 5 powerhouse and 1 concealed kill. Let's make up for last episode.
I hate my voice so much. Like, can you skip to the stage where your voice is hot, please?
I actually changed the note blocks.
I really like the chiptune note blocks. They're pretty cool. I'm tempted to re-add those, but yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna re-add those. I like the chiptune note blocks. Legends of Tomorrow, Obama. Okay. What the fuck? Gorilla Grodd? What?
Time to make America Grodd again.
Oh no. What the fuck? That's it for this update. Let's
Welcome
go
back
to SCUR 2.4.
2.4.
Why am I still calling it SCUR? It's called SCUR. That's so horrifying to me. Just call it SCUR, man. Do I ever call it SCUR?
Welcome back to SCUR. Today
I do. I call it SCUR. Okay, so at some point along the way, we're going to switch to calling it SCUR. Oh yeah, banner patterns. Having the patterns on the item textures. I think vanilla does that now, so that's pretty cool. Oh, that's an idea. That's an idea. Okay, so the new item model system allows you to press shift to view more information about an item. So what if all of the banner patterns were like a rolled up scroll, but then when you press shift, it unrolls to reveal what the pattern is? I like that. I'm going to do that. Elytra. Yeah, broken light textures, yes, 100%.
Welcome back, guys, to SCUR. Welcome back, guys, to SCUR. Welcome back, guys, to SCUR V.
Version 3.5 is the first update where I called it SCUR. I was calling it SCUR the whole time. So this is shortly after I ran the golem contests of asking if we were going to do golems in different biomes to match the biome-based villages. And we got quite a few different golems here that look very cool. Golem variants would be really cool, but as I mentioned earlier, I do have a really specific idea of what I want to do with the golems in the future. I want to have 4-legged iron golems where they're sort of arched over like gorillas almost. I was very happy with this because that was one of the more complicated features at this stage. It's a wither skeleton that's using random texture variants to detect whether it's in the overworld, and it's using anim to animate a random texture variance. So there's multiple levels to what's going on here, and I do like that. I just shamelessly used the magma texture over top the wither skeleton texture. Is that it for this update? I think it pretty much is. Yeah. 3.6. Holy shit, that's not what I expected to see. Right, well. That's me from 5 years ago. I was 20. My god. What is that grass color? What was I thinking? This is the color map update and this is the grass color for just plains? No. No, thank you. There's probably not going to be much to take away from this episode, this installment, whatever you want to call it. Okay, 3.6. There I am again. Is it just normal for me to give a webcam preamble to these videos now? Oh, okay, here we have the enchanting table with its custom gradiented diamond edges and animated runes on the pages, which I still really like. I really like that feature. And they fade to blue. I like that, yeah. That was pretty sweet. I'll re-add that at some point. Then there was this problem. I was like, oh yeah, the lectern also does this. This is about the time that I met Ewan, actually, because Ewan helped me fix this in 3.7.1. Because he helped me do my first ever CEM, which was for the book on the lectern, which just simply made it a different book to the one on the enchanting table. And it was about this time that I figured out how to do skyboxes. So here we have rainbows in flower forests. That just looks kind of dumb. Why is it moving? There's no good reason for a rainbow to be just moving horizontally like that. Now this one I do like. In cold biomes specifically, once the sun goes down, you get... Oh, it was it shot into the sky after the sun goes down. It was so beautiful. Yeah, look at that. Oh, I love that so much. That's still such a cool feature to me. It's not even animated. It doesn't look like Aurora Borealis. Just this idea of having these slightly shimmering colors in the sky in cold biomes. I loved it so much. Last video for today, and we're at 3 hours, so I did actually time that all right. But yeah, this is just me explaining that Ewan had kind of helped me do CEM for the first time, and I'd used it to make sure that the enchanting table book was using these animations, and that the lectern was just I don't know what the relevance of that is. But yeah, the book on the lectern does not have the animations and is a slightly different color as well, which was a more easy way of identifying what was going on there. And that's it. That's all of SCUR. We have gone through everything in SCUR. So today we're going to be going over Caelesti instead of SCUR. This is the first update for Caelesti. This was released 5 years ago. I keep getting random recommendation. Who is this? Redoons searching 900 million blocks for this player. I don't care. I've never heard of you. That doesn't even sound like an interesting concept. So I'm just not gonna. I'm not gonna watch that. But you know. And then look at this. Harv the Gamer. Minecraft Godzilla Part 3. 5 views 7 hours ago. Go on. Let's watch that. I'm interested to see what that is.
Minecraft. Wait, no. I'm saying Minecraft. Godzilla.
I don't know what this is. How do you have nearly 500 subs? How'd that happen? You made Piggy Build Mode Secret Ending. Anyway, time to stop watching other people's content and watch my own content. So we're going to be looking at Caelesti today. Or, as I just discovered in this video, we don't pronounce it Caelesti to begin with. It was Caelesti.
Welcome everyone to Caelesti v.
Caelesti! What? What is Caelesti? This video has like 300 views and a couple comments. Decent number of likes.
Point 1. This is going to be the first update of Caelesti that I'm going to be putting out. I've decided very simply that
5 years. Caelesti's 5 years old. And it had a name change in the middle, apparently. Caelesti. I wonder maybe Caelesti comes from the actual, like, expected pronunciation of what that word should be, but I just like Caelesti more. Caelesti just sounds more natural, does it not? In this video, I showcase exclusively menu stuff, stuff that doesn't actually exist in the pack anymore, because these buttons have since been changed and hugely improved. Although this does make me think that maybe redoing the buttons would be a good idea, because our current buttons are not even that good. Let me just load up Caelesti. Yeah, so here are our buttons in current Caelesti. They look a lot better. A lot better. They actually use the same texturing technique as the GUIs in-game now. Because I've tried to keep that kind of a consistent style. Anything that's not within the game uses this style, which is just a very simple color palette of grays with shading, and the buttons just invert as you mouse over them. Let's go to 02.
welcome back to Caelesti. This is the
And I'm already pronouncing it differently. So it was Caelesti for one video, and then it becomes Caelesti. I wonder how that happened. Gold is just a recolor. That's disgusting. You know, I don't hate that Prismarine. I don't hate it. It's not great, but I don't hate it. And there was already something interesting going on here with the whole like slabs and stairs malarkey as well. Because you can see here there's a unique texture system for the stairs, the slab, and the full block. And the double slab also had unique textures as well.
converges at the middle.
And I've also done the Sea Lantern and the Dark Prismarine there as well. This is just a very obvious showcase of how bad my pixel art was at this time. Yeah, you can see the texture on the roof there. I really like that. I think that looks pretty good. The borders are too thick and too dark, and the space in between that's supposed to imply like a disconnect between different tiles is too wide. But other than that, it's pretty good. Yeah, you can see that there's the double slab version. Looks a bit different. Quartz is brighter, netherrack is darker. Yeah, don't hate it. That's it. Okay. 06. Oh, you know what it's time for, baby! Endstone Brickagon. Hooray! We've got there.
My rendition of Endstone bricks. This has taken me... Well, I've been working on this over the course of 3 days now. The easiest way to explain that is just...
Why did I do this? I mean, it was one of those things as always, like, I'm a sucker for this kind of thing, but I get an idea in my head and I'm like, is that possible? And then knowing that it's possible is all the motivation I need to just go out and do it, even if it's pointless. Even if it's something that no one will ever appreciate, I'm just like, well, I could do it. So why shouldn't I? You know, and that's all this was, really, wasn't it? Like, it was just this realization that by using a combination of different CTM methods, I could have it so that every single individual brick within a brick block made sense. I'm going to commit to this right now. I'm going to revive this feature specifically in nether bricks. So, because nether bricks are much smaller than endstone bricks, it might actually be easier to do because I'm probably only going to be looking at, like, connecting certain bricks on certain sides of it. But obviously it's going to have a different style based on whether you're looking at it from north, south, or east, west. And the top texture is going to be a bit weird to do as well because we'll have to get the bricks on the edges lined up. Oh, man, that's going to be interesting. I feel like it'll be... Well, we've already got bricks, right? Like, we already did brick CTM. But obviously, the bricks on the corners, they don't actually line up because there's like mortar there, so that doesn't even make sense. Like that brick makes sense, see, because if you look at it like here, this like, although that's the same fucking color, that doesn't, the mortar and the brick use the same color. What was I thinking? Who did that? I guess if we're doing nether brick, we should probably do red nether brick as well. I always forget that red nether brick actually exists. And I guess if we're doing red nether brick, we should probably do nether wart. And I guess if we do nether wart, we should probably do nether wart block. And if we do nether wart block, we should probably do crimson stem. Oh, this is the problem with pack development, right? You can't really just do one thing. You end up with like a cascade of features that need to be changed. This should not be in the pack anymore. This is ancient. They look bizarre, don't they? I mean, you can see that the wooden tools are relatively similar. And even the iron tools are quite similar as well. But the stone sword is just a club. The gold tools look so bizarre with the little green highlight. Oh my god, the clock. Get to the clock. The clock is so weird.
Going insane. So yeah, speaking of going insane, here is a single item that has 572 individual files to create the effect.
I still really like this, you know. Like, I said it right there. It's a really good way of reading the time, because if you understand how the clock works, and I'm about to go on and explain, the centerpiece turns off when it's nighttime. I think what I'd actually do is I'd have the centerpiece turn off when you can sleep. I think that's a much better indicator of it being night. But yeah, I still really like this. The only thing I don't like about it is it's ugly. That's it. That's the one thing I don't like about it. It's ugly. So how do we retain this much information on the clock without using this like dot system that I designed? Could I have like hands? Could I have like hands be moving around the clock? Just make it an actual clock? I probably could, right? I have a vision in mind and I want to supplant it. Right. So we have a clock. It's a very good circle. I could actually just draw a circle, I realize. Let's just do that. There we go. So we have a clock. And then we have, in the very center, there would be a square. Now this is going to be like 3D. So we'll just put that like that. Now there'd be an indicator in the middle. So this is going to be red if it's the daytime, or it would be off and dull if it's not daytime. And then in addition to that, you'd have two like 2D hands that look essentially like this. And they would be sticking out of the side of the clock to display the hours with a more fancy hand, and the minutes with the less fancy hand. Now that's a biblical cross, so no, but it will be something like that. So this was supposed to be a different approach to displaying time on the clock, and I was just thinking about my options for like, how would I do this now if I did it differently, you know? Caelesti. Yeah, you know, we were just talking about that. In the very first episode of Caelesti, the very first devlog, I pronounced it Caelesti. The original pronunciation of this pack is Caelesti, and then from the second video onwards, it's Caelesti. If I search Caelesti meaning, so Celestis, I even just said it myself, Celestis. Is it Caelestis? Celestis? I don't know. How do I pronounce it? How to pronounce Celestis? Caelestis.
Latin pronunciation. Caelestis.
Caelestis. Caelestis.
Caelestis.
I knew it. I fucking knew it. It's a K. It's not a S. It's a K. I'm still pronouncing it wrong. It is actually Caelesti. So the original word of Caelestis became Caelesti, which has now become Caelesti. So we're all wrong, essentially. Especially the people saying Caelesti. You're especially wrong. Yeah, given that we have this compass, I'm probably going to try and do exactly the same thing with the compass. And the held model in your hand would be like flipped over so that it's more readable. That'd be really nice, actually. These would be like fake item models, so they'd be made to look like the item generated system, you know, because obviously we have this like generic item generated system which is used for every item in the game right now, including clocks. So the item model that we'd have for the clock and the compass would be like, they would mimic this style, but they'd have additional depth. So this would be the compass. So let's just say this is obviously very 3D. We're going to imagine that the player's hand is like here, and they're holding the compass like that. There would be a loop part on the top, and then there would be like an inlet here. So if you think about like, there's actually like a section inside here, which is carved out, and then you'd have the center, and then there'd be like a hand pointing like that. And then this hand in the middle would rotate round depending on the item model file. So there would just be like, I mean, for the sake of it looking smooth, I'd probably have like 90 models. So it would be every 4 degrees of rotation has a model. So here's update 0.10, the jukebox, which has actually been removed from Caelesti. Although it's a very nice feature. I do like it. You can see the
One of our records.
the records like playing on the jukebox. Like, that looks so bizarre. Doesn't that look so bizarre? That is so weird. But again, infinite model rotations will make that so much better. I'm going to put the jukebox on here for the time being. But I expect the jukebox might be a 121.6 thing if it's going to allow us to have infinite model rotations for the records on here. That could be really cool. I wonder if we can detect which music disc is in a jukebox with polytone. I think we probably can, actually, you know. I can't wait to learn this. I can't wait to learn this. So many applications for it. It's insane. And this. Like, so many applications for it. Yeah, I know. It would be so good. Okay, let me just give you like an idea of what this could be used for, okay? I've wanted to do this for ages. I had an idea to do this with just animated textures. But can you imagine if instead of these like weak-ass particle effects that torches have, we have like spits of redstone? Like I don't know how to explain it. Like almost like they pop out and sizzle and fade nearby. You know, we could do that. You could just do that now. Like redstone could have all sorts of things related to it that are all just particle effect based instead of these just like tiny little smoke particles that you have. Yeah, Polytone sample pack. So I'll load that one up. It's going to look really weird for a second. That's a copper block, apparently. But yeah, so you see, this is what the mod does. It allows you to emit particle effects from any block. So you can just do weird shit like this now. And you can specify like the initial velocity and the direction and the style. You can even add new particle effects. This is just something that you can do with Polytone now. I believe what's happening here is it's like a percentage chance per block on whether or not it's going to do it. You have to be pretty close to the blocks in order for them to emit particles or make sounds. It's the same rule of like how far away you have to be. Yeah, so you can already see there, like you can see the area in which the particle effects are being emitted. If I move into the middle, it's going to do them like in a much larger area like that. I mean, it still looks pretty sick. It still looks really sick. But as soon as I get like any distance away from this thing, they're all just going to stop. You see that? Like, yeah, those ones are just close enough to me for it to still work. Fancy new loading screen. This has been broken for ages, and it's very laggy and kind of dumb. This is just a perfect example again of something that I realized, oh my god, it'd be possible to do this. So let's do it. I fucking love it. It looks so good. Pretend like you can see it.
Yeah. Oh, whoa.
Fucking hell, you. Yeah. I still really like that. So obviously Mojang Studios came out with this like wild animation for their logo at some point, and I was just like, oh my god, we can just animate the loading screen graphic, and it kind of works. But of course, because at this point in time the game is loading all of its assets, including this asset itself, it just becomes very laggy, so it just didn't really work that well. And then after a little bit of time it reverses and does the animation backwards, but then it always broke because it was just lagging too much at the time. I was really happy with that, but not with the way it looks, just with the achievement of actually like showing that it was possible. And this video got over 1,000 views, so people clearly liked the idea. The Flora update, which didn't even include all the Flora. Let's see what I did here, actually. I'm interested to see. So we've got grass and ferns, which look alright. I actually didn't mind those big ferns. They're okay, but we can do better. Dead bushes are just grass. Yep, that's not really applicable anymore because that's changed since then. Lily pads with roots. I forgot about... Oh, we can do bigger models with Polytone and Puzzle. Okay, update 46, lily pads. Lily pads. 100% lily pads. I know for a fact that with Fabric, you can do bigger models somehow. I think it's Puzzle. Bigger custom models. Increases the limit of custom block/item model sizes from 3x3x3 to 5x5x5. If this is the block itself, like this is the block we're editing, in vanilla, your model can actually stretch all the way to like here around the block. You have a 3x3x3 space of where you can edit. But in Polytone, which I'm actually going to just do a /fill command because it's going to be easier than placing all of these. That's how much space you have to work with Puzzle. I I keep saying Polytone. I love Polytone, but this is something where Puzzle can excel. The reason why this is so good is because for that same thing that I attempted to do in the video just now, you know, like here, where we've got the roots underneath the lily pads, my only complaint about these roots is that they were very small. So you got to think the lily pad is here, and that technically counts as like this block, like that's the block that the lily pad is in. So now, using Puzzle, we can have the roots of the lily pad stretch not 1, but 2 full blocks underneath the surface. So it will just look a little bit better, right? We're doing lily pads. I'm doing lily pads 100%. That's going to be sweet, man. Lily pads in update 46. Fuck yeah. I'm going to put those right to the top. Oh, I just saw where we got up to. All right. We're getting into a really good era of Caelesti here. So this is when Caelesti really started to get some traction, and I was so happy with it. This video, this update teaser was wild. I loved making this. I loved the build up to it. I loved the secrecy of the Nether update. This whole thing was, I just want to watch this. I'm gonna unmute fucking YouTube and just watch this because I love it to this day. And the old fucking Caelesti logo as well. Oh, I'm sorry. I know I said I was going to just watch it, but I have to. The idea for the crimson stems was to have this like red vein in the middle, have a pulse of energy go up it occasionally, and I'd be able to line up different animation timings by having the block appear at different Y levels using CTM. That's something that I never actually got working. And even just thinking about it now, my head immediately goes to the same headache that happened when I tried to do this, which is the thickness of the pulse that travels through the tree dictates everything from the animation timing variance to the height difference to how often the CTM has to be applied. It's a nightmare to figure out, and I never did figure it out. So fair enough, you know, but we could come back to that in the future. Oh, love that. To this day, love that so much. Oh, man. This just makes me want to do another update again. Can you imagine how much better this would be now? Like, I made this 4 years ago. 4 years ago I made this. It would be brilliant now. Maybe. Anyway. Oh, again, this could be done with Polytone now. The animated spores coming out of this little short warped grass that you have in the Nether could be done with Polytone. You could just simply add a particle effect to any block that appears in this biome to add to this ambience. You could easily do that. Do I even need to like say anything here? I fucking love that. I mean, it makes no sense. I feel like the soul sand part of the skeleton should be on the bottom side because it's like leaching up through the soul sand itself. But then how does the flame work? Because the flame would have to be coming from the soul sand, right? A color map for Netherrack. Love color maps. And even then, the way I was doing ore in this situation, ore was just CTM biome based, and the Netherrack was actually color mapped. So this was the botch fix that we've done for like Flora since day one, but now we can actually do a Netherrack color map. It's actually possible now. Such a good update. What the fuck am I wearing though? I didn't hate this. I didn't hate it, but it's also not good. But I mean, I could potentially come back to an idea like this. I mean, this is like peak 8 variants Caelesti, right? You can see here, I've just designed a simple tileable border and then drawn in between it, and it always looks right. But does the texture actually look good? No. So unfortunately, that live stream did end somewhat abruptly. I had to take an important call, and there wasn't really much else to do anyway, so I decided to round things off. But just to make the video a little bit more coherent here, I thought I'd add a little end segment, so you didn't see this on the live stream, so this is new content, I guess. But yeah, so here we are in the world. Obviously, I was going around here and experimenting with a bunch of different things there in the live stream, including this,
which I am very, very excited for. But yeah, so there'll be a few more Caelesti updates coming out very soon. I've got a full list of ideas here, of things to work on for both Update 46 and also Update 47. 46 is just a standard Caelesti update. I've got a few neat ideas planned out, and then Update 47 is where we're really going to delve into a lot of these lost features that are going to be revived and tweaked. In my typical fashion, I'm probably not going to be able to do all of these, because typically when I come at these sorts of ideas, I'll try an idea, and then if it doesn't work, I'll try something else. And if I'm just not getting a good feel for it, I'll put it to the side, leave it for now, and work on something that I'm more keen on. But for this, I'm pretty confident that we can get most of these features working. There's certain things like renaming wooden shovels to ore. I like that idea because it's a reference to an old feature, but again, with the goggles, I've actually just been made aware that the goggles probably aren't going to work in EMF's current state. So there are a couple of things on here that I can already tell you will not make it into Update 47, but I'm going to give them a try for sure. I hope you enjoyed watching the streams, and I will see you very soon for some more Caelesti content. Thanks, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.